The next stop on the Journey to Impact tour is Albany, Georgia, home of the unsinkable Albany State Rams. We arrived on campus at Albany State and we went straight to the Student Center. It was modern and full of life.
Making sure that we get there early is always a must because we want to get the setup of the room together and want to do everything that's possible to deliver a first-class, world-class presentation.
Odell gets missing, okay? Don't know what he's doing. He's acting like he's playing on his little computer. I believe he's talking to his wife. And I'm like, the show must go on. I need to get work done.
Vincent and everybody else just left me all by myself in the big empty room with all the chairs just sitting there looking at me. I'm like, where'd everybody go?
These young guys, I tell you, they don't make them like they used to. You know, I'm built for it tough. These little young guys, you know, they got to go get pedicures and manicures and, you know, they don't, you know what I'm talking about.
Just an hour later, I'm just still sitting there. Students are peeking their head in like, what's going on here? And I'm like, oh, it's going to be a great presentation. Come on by. Just me, which is fine. You know, I don't mind being by myself, but it's just, you know, teamwork, you know.
I have a chance to meet Corporal Foster, who teaches us more about the ASU campus.
Right here is what we're looking at now is Joseph Winthrop Holly, the first president of Albany State University.
Corporal Foster shows us around campus and he gives us a tour of all the wonderful historic parts there is to know. For an example, did you know that all of the former presidents of ASU are buried there right on campus? Or even this, the flood of 1994 that wiped out the majority of the campus, there's only one chimney still remaining. On July 7th, 1994, the Flint River breached, which caused the wonderful area here of Albany State to be flooded. Well, this is the Caroline building, and the only thing that was left of Caroline Hall is this nice, wonderful chimney. The campus is full of history, and you know what? We were able to experience it all. After touring campus, Mrs. McKinney takes us to the ballroom, where it's time for us to embrace the students and the Impact Tour to start in their own personal life. Now, Odell goes first. He does a great job as normal, and he just all of a sudden just stops. You know, he left the people wanting more.
We're usually supposed to talk about 30 minutes apiece. 30 minutes, 3-0, right? 30 minutes apiece equals an hour, little break in between. And so I talked for about 25 minutes. Vincent gets up, and guess how long he talks?
I go, and I go. You know why? Because I'm not a mean guy. The students wanted more.
About an hour and a half. Yep, he sure did, an hour and a half. And I'm looking, you know, I'm supposed to be the person that gives him the wave, the, hey buddy. I'm like, hey Vince. Hey.
The students were enjoying my presentation, so unlike Odell, the mean guy, me being the nice guy, I continue to go. But of course, you know, you have to ask for permission. Mrs. McKinney granted me permission to continue on because the students wanted more.
It just wasn't very nice. And we talked about this before. Top 5, $1 million smile. I'm Vince. I'm gonna do what I want.
We look up, it's an hour and a half later. Odell is sitting in the back of the room, lip poked out, mad. But that's what mean people do. But the nice guy on tour, the one that wants to give his best, give his all, wants to leave the students with things that they can use immediately. I'm still going. What's the moral of my story? Odell can sometimes be a jerk.
That's all right. Just wait till I get you on that court, sir. Just wait. And I want everybody to see it too.
One of the coolest things on this tour is being able to see the immediate impact we're having on the lives of the students. And of course, Albany State was no exception.
The impact tour was awesome because I heard some things that I've not heard before, and it spoke really well to me.
What Vincent taught me at the impact tour was to get a very nice hat to wear while you're working so others can know that that's your thinking hat, and it can stop others from distracting you so you can keep being successful in life.
Albany State, we had a blast, and we really appreciate you allowing the impact tour to make an impact on your campus. But it's time to go. The next stop is...
Normal programming has been suspended.
The ultimate thing happened on our way back. Oh my gosh. So here we are driving, and I usually do 90% of the driving just cause top five. And Vincent, I had to wake him up and say, hey Vince, I need you to drive or we're not gonna make it home because I'm just that sleepy. And so Vincent drives and I'm sleeping. And then I hear a bump and it's like, oh man, something's not right.
The tire goes flat. I'll pull up on the side of the road in front of a convenience store and I think a McDonald's. And I tell the guys, hey, listen, well, first of all, everybody's asleep.
Now, when I drive, everything's cool. I'm paying attention to the road. If I see a pothole, oh, let's not go there because we might get a flat tire.
We get out of the car and everybody's just looking around. I'm like, okay, I thought everybody knew how to change a flat tire.
It's been a few years since I actually had to change a tire.
Oh boy. See, these young fellas don't know what's going on. Had to throw on my Mechanic Bob hat. You know, Mechanic Bob gotta have that old man strength. You hear that? Pull up. Old man strength is when the veins on your arms come out.
Notice in the footage, I am the only one with tools in my hand. Everybody else is talking.
You know, here I am. Soon as I go to sleep, soon as I relinquish the wheel, if you will, and I wake up and we on the side of the road. Jesus, take the wheel. Had to wake up. I was sleeping good too. You ever been sleeping good? And then just all of a sudden, hey, wake up. The house is on fire or something like that. It's like, man, you know what? Let me die in this. Let me die. I'm gonna go see Jesus anyway, you know?
I ended up doing all the work. Now I need a Kojic handkerchief. I'm sweating, I'm dirty, my clothes are dirty, and these guys, all of a sudden they come in at the end.
I would have been on the side of the road waiting for AAA. Feel me?
These young boys, you know, they don't teach these young boys anything anymore. Grown men know how to use tools out here. No AAA. It takes them 45 minutes to an hour to get here. It's time to go home and kiss the women and the babies.
You never had to change a tire out there?
Well, look how young he is, man. He don't know how to do it now. Actually, he know how to do it now.
I'm the one that found the spare. Thank you very much. I found the spare. He didn't know where the spare was.
Hold up.
I found it.
I was the one who I laid down on the highway.
I pulled this out.
He found, let me tell you how he found this. He pulled the vinyl back. I got on the highway.
That's right.
My jacket has proof of all the mud that's on my jacket. I got under there to look. I had to feel around. These young boys nowadays. Tell you what, the only thing they know how to do is look good. We got old man strength. You know what's going on around here.
Like they've done something. I did this, I did Napoleon syndrome. Y'all know Arnold ain't but 5'5". Hold up, 5'2". So we got Napoleon/Arnold trying to take credit for stuff he didn't do.
So guys, we have 3 regular tires, 1 really unused spare. Hopefully we make it home. Now they're trying to figure out how to put this flat tire, which doesn't look flat anymore, into the back of the car.
We did have a flat tire. It did get changed, and it was Vincent's fault. All of that is true.
Napoleon/Arnold talking. ASU, we love you. We had a wonderful and amazing time. Next stop on the Journey to Impact Tour, where are we going? The next stop is Savannah, Georgia. Miss Paula Dean, need you to get my butter ready. Savannah, here we come.